continuing cold symptoms, while annoying, will not derail plans for the upcoming trip to the annual Buffalo Chicken Wing.
What's so funny?
I don't know. They're making this too easy. You know, in all the bodies I've been in, no one has ever gotten wise to me, and now for the first time, an immunity cell has figured out everything, and they don't believe him. Can you taste the irony in that?
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Makakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And as you can see in the clip at the beginning of the video is a clip from the movie Osmosis Jones. And, you know, it's a child movie I watched growing up, and I'm pretty sure a lot of younger brothers have seen this movie. You know, it came out in 2001. And basically, without getting into the whole movie, the setting is inside of the human body. All right, and that person that was the human body, I guess, was Robin Williams. So it was inside of Robin Williams' body, and he was as you watch the movie, he's extremely unhealthy. He eats shit off the ground, and he basically the normal diet of a worldly man. Fast food, greasy, everything, you name it. He was stuffing down his mouth. He didn't exercise. All right, so what happened was he caught a virus, and that virus, as you saw, that character, the red dude, all right, his name was Thrax, and it was short for anthrax. So what happened was, all right, the virus, infiltrated in the body, and he's very slick. He can hide and move around and not be seen, so to say, and show like crazy symptoms until it's too late. But the main character of the movie, Ozzy, he caught on to him. He figured out what was going on and trying to warn people, but nobody would listen to him. And that the character Thrax, or that disease anthrax, which it's a serious disease. At one point in time, it killed hundreds of thousands of animals and people each year. Going into the earlier times in history, going in like the 18th century, 19th century. All right, that time frame. All right, but again, Ozzy's trying to warn the people, and he's doing a diligent search. Going in day out, and he caught on to it. He caught on to that devil. All right, that disease. All right, and that again, the character Thrax could be likened onto Esau Edom, and he very well is Esau Edom. He's the disease, all right, to the welfare of the body. Being, you can talk about it being the earth. All right, but again, Ozzy, no one listened to him. They scoffed him, they laughed at him. All right, and no one paid him no mind. All right, the main woman he was after, didn't give him no attention. The mayor, he worked in the brain. He's controlling the other, the cells in the body, and telling them everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna be all right. Preaching that prosperity doctrine. We're gonna go to I think they were trying to go to some buffalo wing convention. All right. But again, Ozzy can be likened onto the prophets. All right, the men of the Lord you see here on the highways and byways with this truth and knowledge and understanding. But nobody want to listen to them. Okay, and that's prophecy. All right, that they wouldn't listen. Okay, so I'm gonna start here in this first precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. All right, nobody wants to listen to the men of the Lord, the men who have this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, and understanding. All right, they don't want to hear that the so-called a white man is the devil eating Esau, Edom. No one wants to hear that we're in the end of this world. No one wants to hear, of nuclear destruction and the destruction of so-called America being Babylon the Great. No one wants to hear that. All right. But everybody wants to hear, smooth things, stuff about, winning the lottery or prospering in life and, all that kind of stuff. Doest thou wilt. You yourself are a God. Nobody can rule over you. No one rules you. No one controls your decisions. All right. Everything's safe. All right. Be invested 20 years, 30 years down the line. Things of that nature. But that's not a reality. All right. But this is verse 17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Exactly, because folly is set in great dignity. Okay, the truth, everyone despises the truth. All right, truth in this land fails. Now, when you speak the truth, you're looked at as crazy, as psycho, out of your mind. They looked at Ozzy like he was crazy and out of his mind, but he was telling the truth. And of course, when you got to remember, there's a sense of urgency being in, this dire times that we're in. So yeah, brothers, they can speaks in a monotone or but sometimes brothers they don't say it as nicely as far as portraying the message, but did you get the message? That's the point. And the point is we are in serious times. So brothers curse and and say stuff comes out rough, but at the end of the day, do you get what they're trying to tell you? Okay, this is a life and death type situation. All right, and not just you and a few others. No, this is a global, all right, issue and a global problem. And it's going to get to a point where it's going to be too late. But, staying on to the point of, how the poor man's wisdom is not heard. All right, I'm going to get a quick one. This is Sirach 13 and verse 23. Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, wait, he saith, Slaki, I'll read again. Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They exalt it to the clouds. So like when think of a worldly person that's on on that level, say like Drake. Every time Drake drops a song, you see in everybody's picture in their bio or quote from his song. All right, when but I'm gonna keep on reading this precept. But if a poor man speak, they say, "What fellow was this?" And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So when a poor man being the prophets, okay, the men that have this truth, all right, because they're not in this world. Well, Aslake, they're in this world, but they're not of this world. Okay, so they don't have a big mansion or Lamborghinis or private jets and a worldly status. All right, but what it is they have the truth. All right, they might have the like we have our beards grown out. We don't have fresh cuts. We don't wear nice clothes. But that's all people care about is what your status validates your knowledge. So you can be dumb, which people are in this world are dumb, but you have money, then you're automatically a genius. But here it's saying, when the poor man speak, they say, who basically, who is this guy? Who the hell who the hell does he think he is? And if that poor man, he comes into a issue, a problem, what people are not going to help him. They're going to help overthrow him, like get him out of here. That goes into the people trying to put hands on the prophets and putting the prophets to death. When all they're trying to do is, give you this truth. And that truth is going to set you free, but you want to live here in a lie. And that's going to go perfect with this next precept. The next precept I have written down through the Spirit. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4. And start at verse Verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Exactly. Everybody's a Nostradamus, or a genie, or just a genius. In this world, everybody has all the answers. Everybody, knows what to do. All right, but the thing is, wisdom, knowledge, understanding shall be the stability of thy time, and not wisdom according to this world, because the wisdom of this world is not going to save you. All right, knowing how to build a rocket ship or something like that, it's not gonna save you, because you can build a rocket ship, but even a rocket ship is not gonna be able to dodge these missiles. And and where are you gonna land? Okay, because this land, so-called America, is gonna be destroyed, being Babylon the Great, that the scripture prophesied about, is gonna be destroyed. All right, but everybody wants to, do as thou wilt. They want to have free reign to do what they want to do, but they're not knowing that there is no free will. You doing the things that you think you're doing because of your own free will, you're only just justifying yourself to be destroyed. And, people just want to be adulterers. They want to be homosexuals. They want to do every man of wickedness under the sun. Why? Because that's just prophecy, that they would not endure sound doctrine. Okay, they don't want to hear the reproof of the Most High. They don't want to hear instruction. They don't want to be disciplined. They want to live prosperous and join hand in hand in this world, but not considering the latter end. All right, there's a deadly disease in this earth. All right, and that disease being Esau, Edom. He is the curse that devoureth the land. He is the man of destruction. But everybody, they have itching ears. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear stuff that's going to comfort them so they can keep doing their wickedness. All right, but continuing, this is verse 4, 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned onto fables. Exactly. They have been given strong delusion that they may believe a lie. Believing that this world is going to continue on the way it is forever and ever, that's being turned on to a fable. All right, believing that, saying in your heart there is no God, okay, you're turned on to a fable. All right, believing that you're not going to be required of your wicked deeds, you're being turned on to a fable. Okay, and believing that, the Most High loves all, you're turning yourself onto a lie. All right, because you're going to see there's a separation going on. All right, but if you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, you're going to be, entrapped in the ways of this world. But again, it's just prophecy that they wouldn't listen. All right. But again, they're not innocent because they don't want to listen. That's the thing. This is so I'm going to move on here. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and start at verse 21. Well, I'll start at verse 20. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying. And I read that because, going that, this truth is out here. All right, this truth is crying out unto you people, but you don't want to listen. You don't want to hear. All right, you want all over the net. All in the like I said, chief place of concourse. Down in the urban areas where there's a lot of foot traffic. A lot of people go. All right, but you don't want to hear this truth. You walk by, you snicker, you laugh, okay, and you think you got it better than the men out here crying onto you when you really don't, because again, you didn't consider the latter end. All right, but continuing Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Right? You want to keep living a lie, keep going in a circle. All right, that's gonna end up with you being destroyed or being taken out. All right, violently. All right, it's not gonna be a nice go to sleep, get some rest. No. All right, Most High is getting ready, to come to start butchering people. All right, because of their wickedness. All right, because what is the use of them? All right, you guys, people, the world talks about a global reset and all this kind of stuff. Hey, don't you worry. All right, because the world is getting ready to be reset, but righteousness is getting ready to be put in authority. All right, and all you that love to do wickedly, you are gonna be destroyed on this side. All right, you'll come if you're a part of the if you're an Israelite, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you'll come back in your right mind. All right, but in this time you will learn righteousness after death by pain, and this is gonna get into why. This is Proverbs 1:23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. I will make known my words unto you. But you have to listen. Okay, you have to. Well, faith cometh by hearing. But people don't listen. Turn you at my reproof, like hear my words. And I will sup with you, pretty much. And I will, and like he says, I will make known my words unto you. Okay, but our people are stiff necked. Their neck is screwed on where they're not going to turn around. They're going to keep on walking. Why? Because they don't want to hear the words of the Most High. Okay, because they're rebellious. All right, this is verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Okay, and going back to the Osmosis Jones movie, all right, Ozzy, he's stretching out his hands to people, warning them, going up to the damn mayor, telling them all this stuff, and he got kicked out of the office. Okay, and the chick looking at him crazy, everybody looking at him crazy, he stretched out his hand. All right, obviously it's Hollywood, but, the dude, Thrax, the disease anthrax, he almost killed Robin Williams. All right, I mean, he's passed away now, but, in the movie, he almost killed him. Dude almost died, like on the stretcher, almost dead. All right, but, then people want to listen. All right, but then at that point, it's too late. Okay, because in real life, you are going to perish. All right, this is not a Hollywood ending. This is the ending of the Most High. All right, and that ending being Esau, Edom. Okay. But this is verse 25, Proverbs 1:25. But ye have said at not all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. Exactly, you won't listen. So this is what's gonna happen. This is 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Oh, this, where this disease is consuming us. All right, and that's, and this, it's spiritual. Why? Because, speaking of that disease, that's a plague. All right, these plagues that are getting ready to roll in on the four corners of the earth. All right, once the Most High says, gives the go ahead. All right, famine, pestilence, all right, which is diseases, and the sword. All right, men coming in houses and robbing you for all your stuff. Why? Because of lack of bread. All right, and great adversities. Okay. But you have been warned. All right, so you want to mock and laugh at the men trying to warn you and save your soul. So what's going to happen back onto you? All right, the Most High is going to laugh at your calamity, and we're going to laugh at you also, because you want the world to continue the way it wants to continue. So you have to be gone. All right, because with you in existence, this world is going to continue down the toilet. All right, which is not going to happen, because the Most High is, thus saith the Lord. But this is Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh at desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, he was anguish. He was hurting. Robin Williams. He was hurting. All right, he was dying. All right, all of them, because if Robin Williams died, then everybody in the body died. So all the cells is crying and acting all crazy and shit on fire and stuff. But then you want to react. All right, then you want to act and do something about it. But by then it's already too late. Okay, and again, there's no Hollywood ending in this. Okay, this is verse 28. When we close out, this is Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. All right, and that goes into that famine of the word. All right, when the prophets are no longer on the scene no more. All right, when the door of repentance is closed. All right, and that spiritual ark is closed up. All right, and there's no more people being brought aboard. All right, that's what the times that we're heading into. All right, so that's why it's about getting on that ship. All right, making your calling election sure and taking these words seriously. Okay? Because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when, and that when is now. All right, you can't keep putting the Most High off. All right, you know, and saying His mercy is great. That goes into Sirach the 5th chapter. All right, because in your security, you know, you will be destroyed. All this security, all this, oh, you'll be safe. You know, you can still go to the store and get the food, and you know the job's still paying you, and you know gas is still a reasonable price. All right, but how long is that going to be? All right, not much longer. But you can continue on and doing what you're doing. All right, that is not a problem. All right, but you're just fulfilling prophecy regardless. All right, but I mean I can keep reading. All right, Salakia, this is Proverbs 1:29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord YAHWAH. All right, they didn't choose the fear early. They didn't choose the fear of the Most High. All right, so fear shall be they shall learn the fear of the Most High after death by pain. You know, and you know but at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, but you know that was just the point of this lesson. You know, the poor man's words not heard. You know, but that goes into the tables turning. All that laughing and scoffing and scorning at the men trying to help you get saved. All right, what's gonna happen? You know, when your desolation comes, and as we just read, all right, you're gonna get mocked and laughed at. You know, and a good riddance. We'll see you if you're an Israelite. We'll see you later. All right, but if you're other heathen nation, hey, get ready for hardcore bondage. But nonetheless, Lord's witness edifying, and as always, want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Makakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.